family, Nest Academy. A place where families are empowered to fulfill their destiny. A place where families can build legacy. A place where families can enjoy a wholesome and fulfilling life. And more.
Hello, welcome back to our wholesome family series. How many of us are excited to be in this session with me? All right, it's going to be another powerful moment of sharing knowledge and inspiration. So today we are going to have a serious discussion around this holiday, because the truth remains that most of us are scared of holidays. Oh, you hear people saying, oh God, noise everywhere, I won't have my rest. In fact, some people are already planning to wrap, package and bag their children straight to grandma's, to their in-laws, to wherever so that they can have their space. But no, it's not gonna happen this time. You mustn't allow that to happen. Today we'll be talking about things parents must be intentional about in this holiday. This is very important. Get your pen and let's walk this journey. And yes, this is from Family Nest Academy, and I am still your host, Princess Francisca Obichinize, your family life coach. Yeah, Family Nest family. So we understand that this is one of the longest holidays, and I want you to know that the truth is that you will be overwhelmed if you don't plan this holiday. Yes, you should have done this planning before now, but it's never too late. Better late than never, so that we don't expose the destinies of our children to what they should never experience, and so we don't waste this precious moment of family bonding and identity building and destiny alignment to other things that are not essential for equipping our children for life. Let me tell you, excuse me, the holidays are opportunities for you to build more capacities in your children, to prepare them for life. You have a better chance of spending more time with them. Unlike when they are in school sessions, they go to school, come back in the evening exhausted, they just want to have their bath, eat, maybe have a brief play and to bed, waiting for the next morning to start the cycle again. And then, excuse me, probably you too, you are busy. You go to work, come back late, exhausted, you just want to rest. But now in this holiday, the children have a lot of time to spend at home. And it's your duty as parents to plan and put things that will build their personal development, spiritual development, emotional, mental alignment, that make up a holistic individual. Please, holidays is not this time to start lessons, home lessons, academic lessons. What have they been doing all the while in school? Holidays are not the time to start doing mathematics, English. Am I saying they should never read all those things? No, you can put them into the structures of the things they will do during the holiday, but don't be bent on packing maths and English knowledge in a child that does not help his life as an entity, as an individual. How many of us as an adult are using the mathematics and English we are taught is good to survive? We use it for communication. We use it to, of course, mass, we use it here and there, but they are not the skills that help you to thrive as an individual. So let's not be bent on making our children good at mathematics, good at quantitative and English, that we lose focus of life skills that can be built in them to empower them to thrive, to succeed, and to be relevant in their generation. Okay, so we need to understand that there are things we may not have the time, like I said, during their school sessions, but you see this holiday, intentionally plan to use it as an extra opportunity to shape the souls of your children, to mold their destinies, to empower them to become better, refined, equipped to thrive in their area of purpose, in their becoming of that unique individual they've been created to be. It is not the time for extra ice cream, extra meal. It is not the time to jump up and down. Will they play? Of course. But what are the things you will need to put in place so that they are able to incorporate into building and molding and making your child a holistic individual ready to face the real world? Okay, it's not time for you to break all the structures you've already put in place, the things they need to do, and when I'm building functional and intellectual capacities. It's not the time for you to relax your discipline and principles and let them eat out of control, let them sleep without monitoring, like they can sleep, wake up, and then do whatever they want. It is not the time to put them in front of television, because I've seen it happen while growing up and still now, when parents think that to engage the children to reduce the noise, you put them in front of the television, you give them tap, you let them watch cartoons ceaselessly just to have your peace. No, this is not the time for that. What are the things, briefly, we should be intentional about in this holiday? 1, time together. You must intentionally create time to spend with your children, quality time, not the time of, yes, you are in the house, they are seeing you, but they don't have time to interact, connect, learn from you, ask questions, bond, do activities together. These are the things that should be you should use your time for. Okay. Secondly, it should be the time for spiritual anchoring. I have seen people, even believers, focus more on the physical aspect of their children that they relegate their spiritual life. We have to realize and help our children realize that every area of our life is controlled in the realm of the spirit. You have to use this opportunity to help them build, understand, and learn how to connect to a higher power who is able to determine their destiny and their journey in life. So this time is the time to teach them how to pray, how to study the word of God, how to journal, how to reflect, how to hear God's voice at home. It's time to teach them serving God or knowing God is beyond going to church. So depending on their age, know what is relevant and adequate for their level of development, and help them begin to acknowledge the supremacy of God. Don't raise children who will depend on their own capacity and knowledge and ignore the God of the universe. You would have betrayed their destiny because you will shortchange them. Let's not go deeper, maybe some other time. Thirdly, what you must be intentional about is building life skills. You don't have to gather a lot, maybe one or two that you will focus on this holiday to help them build. It can start from doing their chores, maybe washing their own plates if they are toddlers or preschoolers. When they finish, encourage them to wash their own plate, clean their table. Let them begin to take responsibility. It can be on building budget, learning how to manage resources or how to manage their money. You give them money, ask them to make a budget, and then depending on their age, you can go with them to the supermarket, allow them to do the shopping, and come back, take stock, and give you reports of what they have spent and the balance and all that. These are life skills. Okay, it's an opportunity to teach them the importance of being disciplined. It's a golden ground, okay, to build discipline in your children. And when we say discipline is not the shouting and beating. No, it's not what we are talking about. We are talking about teaching them things that matters to life. You can pick 3 or 4 areas. I think they have up to 1 month. Each week, choose the one you will focus on. If there's a practical aspect of it, teach them, let them imagine it, let them see how it goes, how it's applied in real life. This is more powerful than those TV series and cartoons you push them on. Fourthly, engage, create time to have one-on-one conversations with your children. Family time. Be intentional about it, because there will always be reasons, excuses not to do it. But be intentional about it. Have more conversations. Create bonding opportunities. Create relationships that will help your children to be open and feel free to talk to you. Because if they don't learn how to talk to you openly, they will begin to hide things. They will begin to keep secret from you. They will begin to draw away from you, and you will begin to see your relationship has become estranged. But before you realize it, it would have been a very long time. Things might have gone wrong. So the earlier, the better. Okay? Don't just give them general instruction. Ask personal questions. Have serious conversations. Create time for each of the child in this period. Observe their areas of struggle. Find a way. Ask them their opinion, how they think they need help, and do something about it. Let them see that you are intentional and you are really interested in their struggles, not in giving them instructions on what to do and what not to do, and raising your voices and complaining and nagging. No, let them feel that they are loved and you are genuinely concerned. I keep telling people, don't assume that your children should know they are loved because you are providing for them, you are doing what they are asking you to do. No, you need to understand their love languages, how they assimilate love, how they receive and accept love, and according to each child, relate to them in that way. That is the best way, and if not the only way, your love can be interpreted as love. Okay, and then finally, our fifth intentional engagement should be creating memories. Try to make memories with your children, because before you know it, the years have gone. How many long holidays do you have in a year? I think it's just one. And before you know it, the child is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 18 opportunities, because once in a year. I'm not counting other holidays. I'm talking about the long holidays you have. So 18 long holidays for a child to be able to have a longer period of building skills before this child becomes an adult. Okay, so do something fun and intentional. If you can capture the moment, that would be beautiful. Put it in your own family YouTube or email or your Drive or your iCloud. Save it there. Sometimes I'll just open our special moments and we will laugh. I'll show my children when they are young, how they are growing up. The other day, my daughter was saying, "Mommy, I want to grow up like you. I want to have a big breast. I want to have a big bum bum." I was trying to explain to this child, you are still young. Even when adults like us are even tired of all this, you people that are coming up want it fast, but you need to understand there are stages of life. Mommy was like you before, but now mommy is big. When mommy was like you, mommy's bum bum and breast was the same, right? With her size as your own is now. Now mommy is big, everything is getting big. Don't worry. When you get big like mommy, you get your own big sizes of every part of your body. It wasn't sinking until I now sat her down, excuse me, with the younger one. I started showing her how she was a baby, and now when she was 2, now she's like this, and how her younger sister was a baby, and now. So it was with those pictures and memories she was able to understand, okay, mommy was like a baby, I was like a baby, now I'm bigger. That's how I also grow like mommy. Since that time, she has not talked about it again. Will it come up maybe later in the future? Possibly. But what I'm saying is, those memories, you can never tell when they will be of handy. Okay? So let's create memories. Let's snap. Let's save them somewhere we can always retrieve them. So let's create those opportunities. They will remember home and smile. Those memories, they will remember, oh, home is fun. Those memories, they will remember that next time when they are on holiday in the university, they will want to come back to have more moments with mommy and daddy. Some people, even when they close schools in the university, don't like coming home. Do you know why? Nothing to come home for. No memory, no special moment, no longing to come back to something that is fun. Sometimes they even remember how they will be nagged, how they will be called lazy, how everybody will be shouting up and down, mommy will be complaining, daddy will be shouting, and they will choose, I'd rather stay in school with some friends. And that's how they begin to explore and engage in things they are not supposed to. So special moments are intentionally built to keep bringing our children back home and saving them those opportunities that will implicate their destinies. And those connections and memories also keep them away from predators. If you don't engage your children during this holiday, the devil will engage them. That's where they will bump into things they're not supposed to bump into. That's where they will be engaged online games and see adverts they are not supposed to see. That's where the devil will start giving them ideas of things they are not supposed to think about. That's where some of them will begin to think of how to visit their friends that you don't even know because they are not connecting, that may expose them to abuses. That's how if you push them to grammar may not know these things we are teaching. Not that they don't want to protect the child. They may not know that the child is being abused under their nose. That's how the uncle you trust to take care of your child will be abusing your child and threatening your child not to reveal to you. That's how you will lose opportunity to teach your children safety measures and how to review and expose people who are trying to take advantage of them. Please take advantage of times like this to empower your children, to equip their destinies, to build them up with skills, and to safeguard their souls from destruction. Let your children be under your observation. If you can, take your leave, your annual leave in this time. If you're a business person, take some days off or schedule yourself to go early, come back early, and stay with your children. Don't leave your children to your maid. Don't leave your children to neighbors. Don't send your children to your sister's house, except your sister knows what you know, except your sister understands the risk and the vices of these times and how they operate, except your sister understands what children are exposed in these times and seasons. If you are not sure, keep your children with you. They are safer with you than any other person. That's the truth. So remember, your children are becoming something. If you understand their purpose, if you understand the implication of God's calling upon their life, it is your responsibility to guide it. It is your duty to safeguard your children's destiny. Don't let this holiday add up to the histories and stories of children who were traumatized, who were abused because they were on holidays. Don't let your children stray in this holiday. Don't give them up for social media manipulations and influences. Take charge. Take your position. Okay? In this holiday, I want to ask you, what is your plan for your children? What will you be planting in them? Put it in the comment section. Use it as your burden, as your commitment, so that you will come back to this video and say, this is what I have promised. I will challenge myself to do it, or at least start something. You must have a plan of what you will plant in your children in this holiday. Don't let this holiday be wasted. Next time we'll be talking about what you should not allow to happen to your children in this holiday. So remember to subscribe and put your notification button, and of course share to other families. Let's help save families all over the world, as many as we can. Of course, we will not save every family, but if you spread these videos and knowledges you are learning from this platform, you'll be able to save many. And who knows, like I always say, it may be your family in-laws, it may be who your daughter will be married to in the future, or your son will go for their hand in marriage. So don't keep it to yourself. You may raise a responsible child and then they end up marrying children who are irresponsible. Due to love, you can never predict these children. You will do your best, but at the end, you become adults and still have major decisions to make for their life. So do your part, learn, share across the platforms you belong, the church group you belong. Let them learn. Let every family wake up to the calling of this time, so that, who knows, we may save many. Do have a lovely day, and yes, I will see you in the next teaching, and take care. Bye.